Today, we're tackling a critical issue that's affecting many of you right now: low remodeling leads. If you've seen fewer leads coming in, I've got some actionable strategies to help you weather the storm and come out stronger on the other side. I'm Spencer Powell, CEO at BuilderFunnel. We're on our way to generating $1 billion in revenue for our clients. Hit subscribe to follow along. First, let's look at what's going on in the market. According to the Joint Center for Housing Studies, spending on remodeling projects has been declining in 2024. In fact, they predicted a drop of 2.7% in Q1 and 5.9% in Q2 of this year. The actual decline was slightly less severe, only 1.2% in Q1 and 3% in Q2. After a modest downturn, homeowner expenditures for improvements and repairs are expected to trend up through the first half of 2025. This downturn has been relatively modest and short-lived, with spending expected to steady at near record levels. For context, home improvement spending peaked in Q3 of 2023 at $489 billion. By Q1 of 2024, it was down to $463 billion, which is still close to the high levels of Q3 of 2022. So, while the slowdown might feel alarming, remember that spending is still historically very high. The key takeaway here is that we're experiencing a correction after the boom of the last few years, not a collapse. There's still plenty of opportunity out there, but the market has shifted and we need to adjust our strategies accordingly. During times like these, one of the most important things you can do is preserve cash. I talked about this with my dad and uncle who have decades of experience running a remodeling and custom home business. They emphasize the need to keep a close eye on your cash flow and be proactive. They didn't say spend nothing and cut all expenses. It's getting laser focused on cash flow. So first, evaluate your backlog. Are all your current projects likely to hold together? Can you wrap up any projects quickly to ensure you get paid? Next, take a hard look at your workforce. Who are the key people you need to get through this period? It might be tough, but sometimes cutting early and cutting deep is necessary to preserve the core of your business. Also, you might consider what expenses you can cut right now to improve your cash flow. Do you have credit lines available? What about debt payments? What happens if you can't make them? Negotiate with your lenders and vendors if you need to buy yourself some extra time. And don't forget to make sure you're still taking a salary. You need to keep oxygen flowing to yourself to lead your business effectively. Now, let's talk about a critical piece that many businesses overlook during tough times: marketing. When leads are low, it's tempting to cut marketing because it's an easy expense to just slash. In my experience, that's one of the worst moves to make. I've explained in a recent video whether or not remodelers and builders should ever pause their marketing, and you can check that out right here. I'll also have a link at the end of this video as well. I've personally experienced slowdowns a couple of times, and despite it being really uncomfortable, I listened to my more experienced mentors and increased marketing spend. Both times, it's paid off in spades. Marketing is what fuels your sales, which in turn fuels your business. Even though demand is down, there are still projects moving forward, and you need to make sure your business is front and center when those opportunities arise. Now is the time to double down on your marketing efforts, not pull back. Let's focus on generating high-quality content that educates and engages your audience, optimize your website for conversions, and let's invest in targeted advertising to reach those homeowners who are still ready to move forward with their projects. When COVID hit, those who continued to market their businesses reaped the biggest rewards, and demand eventually spiked. The same principle applies now. Keep your foot on the gas, and you'll be in a much stronger position when the market rebounds, which is forecasted for early 2025. Beyond preserving cash and ramping up your marketing, this is also a great time to explore new opportunities and strengthen key relationships. Think about the types of projects you're willing to take on. Maybe it's time to broaden your scope to keep cash coming in. Network harder than ever before and strengthen relationships with past clients, industry partners, and other professionals in your network. The connections you reinforce now can pay off big time when the market picks up again. And remember, when most people are scared, that's usually where the biggest opportunities lie. Stay proactive, stay positive, and keep pushing forward. Modeling leads might be low right now, but by understanding the market, preserving your cash, doubling down on your marketing, and exploring new opportunities, you can navigate these tough times successfully. Oh, and have you joined the Remodeler Growth Community? It's free, and you'll get connected with hundreds of your peers, plus access some incredible free marketing resources. There's a link down below where you can apply to join, and we'll see you next time here on BuilderFunnel TV.